Welcome to the channel. Tonight, we're visiting a place that was shattered by extreme, premeditated violence. This is the story of Plaw Hatch Close in Bishop Stortford, a quiet residential street in Hertfordshire where, in the late summer of 2007, an execution took place. The date was Tuesday, August 28, 2007, and the target was the Cowell family home. Inside lived Keith Cowell, 52, and his 17-year-old son, Matthew Cowell. Matthew's girlfriend, Claire Evans, and her 3-year-old daughter were also present. The third victim was a visiting friend, Tony Dulieu, 33. As one relative said, Keith was a great guy and so was Matt. At approximately 9:30 p.m. BST, 2 men arrived. What happened next was not random. Police would quickly confirm this was a targeted incident. The violence was immediate, overwhelming, and utilized a weapon rarely seen on suburban streets. The motive was simple, yet deadly: revenge. This attack stemmed from a drug deal gone wrong, a rage over poor quality cocaine, and an unpaid debt. This wasn't a robbery, this was an execution. The killers, led by Miran Thakrar, were armed with a MAC-10 submachine gun, a military-grade weapon. The moment they entered the house, the atmosphere turned to sheer terror. The family dog, Glorious, was shot first, followed by a chilling command. Miran ordered everyone to get down on the floor. The 3 men, Keith, Matthew, and Tony, were then systematically executed with the MAC-10. The savagery of the attack was beyond anything the Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit had seen. Then the attack became even more terrifying. The brothers ran out of ammunition. They switched to knives. Claire Evans and Keith's sister, Christine Jennings, were seriously stabbed. Highlight Claire's incredible bravery. She was stabbed while shielding her 3-year-old daughter in a duvet. We know that one of the attackers, Kevan Thakrar, reportedly recoiled, saying, "I can't do it," before his brother, Miran, took the knife and continued the attempted murders. Police were alerted by one of the ultimate survivors, Ian Jennings, Christine's son. Ian had managed to avoid the initial shooting by hiding in the back garden and returned only when the killers had fled to find the unimaginable scene and raise the alarm. Thanks to the crucial testimony of the survivors, the police quickly identified the perpetrators, brothers Miran and Kevan Thakrar. Investigators immediately recognized that this was a planned act of revenge over a failed drug transaction. Aware they were the targets of a massive manhunt, the Thakrar brothers focused on escape. Miran Thakrar fled the country the very next morning, traveling across Europe to seek refuge in northern Cyprus. This triggered an international pursuit. His brother, Kevan, was arrested while attempting to follow him. For 3 months, Miran remained hidden, but through persistent international intelligence gathering, including interviewing witnesses who claimed Miran had confessed, he was finally apprehended and deported back to the UK in December 2007. The brothers faced charges for 3 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. The trial relied heavily on the survivors' testimony and forensic evidence detailing the MAC-10 executions and the chaotic stabbings. A key legal point emerged. Kevan Thakrar was not proven to have fired the fatal shots, yet he was found guilty on all 3 counts of murder. The reason? The legal doctrine of joint enterprise. This principle holds that if 2 or more people embark on a criminal venture together and one commits a fatal act, the other is equally guilty if they actively participated in the planning and execution. Kevan was there to inflict serious harm, making him just as culpable as his brother for the 3 deaths. Both brothers were found guilty. Miran Thakrar was given a minimum sentence of 42 years before parole consideration. Kevan Thakrar was handed a minimum term of 35 years. This, as the lead investigator DCI Mick Hanlon stated, brought conclusion to one of the most horrific crimes I have ever dealt with. The impact of the crime was immense. The Plaw Hatch Close murders ripped apart a family and shattered the community's sense of safety. The victims were just people living their lives, like Matthew and Claire, who were planning their future. As a neighbor recalled, they had found their own house. It was a chance for them to start a new life together, only for that to be violently taken away. The Plaw Hatch Close murders stand as a permanent, chilling example of gangland violence, carried out with a military weapon, spilling over into a suburban street, illustrating the extreme and permanent consequences of organized crime disputes. Thank you for watching. What are your thoughts on the use of joint enterprise in cases like this? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more true crime reporting.